it's Marine. Welcome back to my little English page. Today it's time for our weekly live. I kind of let you guys know on YouTube and on on Facebook and Instagram that we're going to start at 4:30, so I hope you guys weren't waiting. It is 4:30 now. How are you guys? I see we have some people in the chat already. So we have Sheriff, first one here, and Lolly, and Sean is here from Free99 English. We also have Andreas. We have Pela as well. Did I miss anybody? Koke is here as well. How are you, Koke? Nice to see you guys. So today we are going to learn a little bit of English, and we are going to talk about a very useful tool to learn English, which is TV series. So I've made a little list. It's a small list. It's not a massive list of TV shows that I like and that I would recommend watching, depending on what level you are. But this is the perfect opportunity for you guys to share the TV shows that you watch as well, so that all of the other students watching the live can benefit from that as well. So please feel free to write the TV shows that you like in the comment section, but also make sure you explain why you think they are great tools to learn English, okay? Okay, so before we start, as you know, you guys could become a patron. Now, becoming a patron means getting a big shout out on Saturday and another one on Instagram as well. And those contributions, which are digital coffees, go toward improving the content. It pays for the software that I'm using right now, for my editing software as well. And as you guys know, there's always things to improve. So if you're interested, go ahead, check this link. It's in the description below as well, www.coffee.com. So going more in details, guys, we are going to have a look today at some TV shows for basic students, advanced students, and intermediate students. I put that in the wrong order. You get the idea. And then we'll also have a look at 4 different little clips of TV shows, and we'll have a look at a specific expression that they use in those TV shows, and then we'll have a quick look at how to make the most of subtitles. So make sure you stay posted until the very end. So I see we have a few other people that joined us as well. Wilson is here. Hey, Alonso. I always call you Wilson. Sorry. Hi, Charlie. Nice to meet you, Charlie. And we have Ashuj as well, who is here. All right. I'm great. Bob is also here. How are you guys? Okay, so I see you're already commenting some of your favorite TV shows. And straight you said, so Andreas, sorry, you said iZombie. I used to watch iZombie as well. And indeed, it is on Netflix. I believe most of the shows that I have recommended are on Netflix, because a lot of people have Netflix nowadays, and it's a great way to access a lot of TV shows for a very small amount of money. So I believe most of the TV shows that I'm going to recommend today, guys, are almost definitely on Netflix. All right, and hello, Ivan. Nice to see you. Okay, so I'm going to start telling you guys about the TV shows that I enjoy. But before that, like the video. I know that you like my videos. I know you enjoy them. I know you learn a lot from my videos. But what I don't know is why you don't give the video a big thumbs up. Why? I'm so confused. If you like my videos so much, well, show me that love and thumb it up. Give the video a big thumbs up. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Ha! Ha! So make sure to give the video a big thumbs up, guys, and let's get started. So as I said, I haven't come up with a million TV shows to share because I don't want to overflood you with information. There's no point. I've just selected 2 or 3 per level that I think are really good, and I'm also going to tell you why I think they are good for those levels, okay? They are level appropriate, I think. But like I said, please write in the comment section, or sorry, in the chat, which TV shows you would recommend, but very important, say why, okay? And if you can also give us an idea of the level so that the other students can categorize them, it would be wonderful. Okay. All right, I just see we have a lot of comments. So, whoa, we're 18, guys. Wow. So let me just have a look a little bit at the comments that we have here. So we have greetings from Panama. Ivan or Ivan, I assuming because your last name is Gonzalez, Ivan Gonzalez. Best TV show in the world is Friends. So I am going to talk about Friends, absolutely. But remember, you need to say why you think it's a great TV show here. We have greetings from Vietnam. Hello, Tien Vo. Maybe we is here as well. Hi. And then, so Wilson Alonso is saying there are many TV shows on YouTube. Absolutely. You have actual, well, I think there's YouTube originals now. That's a new type of TV shows, similar to the Netflix originals or Prime originals. So those are TV shows made by YouTube, and I believe the first episode or the second episode of those TV shows are always free. Otherwise, you need to pay for a membership. But at least you can watch the first episode. But then you'll want to watch more. You can't have it all, guys. Alright, so Bella is saying you don't have Netflix. Well, that's okay. You can also, watch the news. That's a great way as well to improve your English. And it's vocabulary that is, current. So that's also a great way to do that if you can't access those TV shows. And I'm not going over YouTube channels in general, but there's construction work. But there's also many YouTube channels that you can follow, not necessarily English YouTube channels. Can you hear that? I think it's quite loud. Let me get back on that one more time. You can just follow different YouTube channels that are not focused on English, and basically it's just like watching a TV show as well. I'm going to go close the door, guys. I'm sorry, it's just really loud. Give me a second. Hopla. I think it's a little bit better. Okay, let's see. Koke has watched Hector. It's an easy series to understand. I don't know this series, but okay, good to know. Let's see. You even did it before the live stream, Andrea. So you watched a YouTube video. Is that what you mean? Okay. So I should only watches Indian English news channels. Well, that's also good, but try to focus on something that is 100% in English. It is going to be more challenging at first, but the more you do it, the easier it will get, okay? The Wizard of what was it called? Waverly Place? Yes, that was with Selena Gomez, but you're a big fan, Sheriff, aren't you? And then Will Alonso saying, Extra English. I've heard of that one. It's a YouTube TV show, I think, that was made specifically for English learners. And if I remember correctly, it's a bunch of flatmates that are all international students, and I think it's about their life. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's another one I've heard of. Absolutely. So maybe we sing, why do I often misunderstand movies or TV shows? Because the humor might be different to the type of humor that you have in your country. But that is part of, understanding the language. So at first you will just not get the humor at all. British English is quite different from French English. British English? British humor is quite different from French humor, for example. But once you start understanding that type of humor, it means you really understand the language itself. So you should try to continue and, persevere a little bit with that. So not twice. Yeah, don't thumb up the video twice, because then it will just remove the thumbs up. Alright, okay, so I think that there's so many comments, guys, I can't keep up with everything. So I think that we can say that advanced students watch Jamie Oliver. Isn't he a cook? Isn't he a chef? Tell me if I'm wrong. Alright, so I'm going to skip some of the comments, guys. I'm just going to get straight away onto my recommendations, okay? So let's start with basic students. So one that you guys have mentioned is indeed Friends. I think this is good for basic students because the vocabulary, because the topic of that show is pretty common, the type of vocabulary that you find is a little bit more common. For example, if you're going to watch Grey's Anatomy, you might somehow find it more difficult to follow because they're going to be using some technical vocabulary related to medicine. And that's not quite the case in Friends. So that's why I think it's a good show to start with. It's fun. Those are very short episodes. And another great thing about Friends is that it's a sitcom. So a lot of what they say is interrupted by laughter, which means it gives you time to process what they've just said. Okay? It's not sentence, humor, woo, woo, woo. No, it's like they say something funny, a little punchline, and there's a little break. And then another one, and there's a little break. All of those laughing sounds actually help you understand better because there's not another sentence to understand and another one right after. There's a little pause in between. So that's why I think Friends is really good in this case, guys. And I've come up with a second one as well here, which is Glee. Now, you have to like music and musicals if you're going to watch Glee because there's a lot of it. But what's good about this show is it's about high school. So the topic again here is not going to be too challenging. It is about school, about relationships, about family. So this is, topics that you should be able to understand or grasp. Even if you don't understand everything you hear, you'll be able to follow what's going on and understand the main topic, the main thing that's happening. Okay, so that's why I would recommend this one as well. Now, of course, there are many more that I would recommend. I think Sheriff just mentioned animation and cartoons in general. Yes, those are great. Now be careful, a lot of adult cartoons are actually quite difficult to understand because to differentiate themselves from kids cartoon, they go really heavy on dark humor, on irony, and that can be difficult to understand. A famous one I think could be South Park or Rick and Morty. That's a bit more recent. I don't think that's necessarily the easiest thing to understand. But when we talk about cartoons, for example, not TV shows, but movies, all of the Disney movies should be fairly accessible, fairly appropriate for you guys. First, because you probably know the topic already anyways, what's going on. And second, again, it's not very challenging. So yeah, absolutely agree with you, Sheriff, 100%. So those were the two ones that I wanted to recommend. Don't worry, I know there's more, but we can do another lesson another time where I recommend even more shows for basic students, okay? So now intermediate students. I'm going to start with Modern Family. So again here, the topic is fairly easy to understand. It's about family, the things that those families are going through, their experiences, their life, routine. So it's not too challenging, but there is a lot of humor. And humor, again, can be a little bit more challenging to understand. But I feel that it's the type of humor that you should be able to understand at an intermediate level. You might not understand everything you hear, but most things you should be able to understand them. And again, those are short episodes. If I remember, it's 20 minutes or half an hour. So you can just watch one a day and make it your little English routine. Okay. And yes, Lolly, cartoon animated Rick and Morty, it's really funny. Yep. Now, the next one I want to recommend, and I'm pretty sure you know this one, it's a great one. It's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Again, it's kind of like it's not a sitcom exactly, but it's a short TV show, 20-minute episodes. It's about a precinct, so it's more related to police work, but it is 100% focused on humor. Again, Humor is always a little bit more challenging, but we're facing short episodes, and because it's so funny and so theatrically funny, it's not just what they say, it's how they behave, what they do. The fact that they are, using body language and costumes so much, it helps understand the humor as well. So that's why I definitely recommend Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it's just a great laugh in general. Okay? Can we watch Modern Family on YouTube? I don't think so. You might be able to find episode highlights. Highlights for sure, yeah. Now another one, I don't know if you're familiar with this one. I absolutely love that show, but I don't think it's as popular as some of the other ones I've mentioned. It is Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley. I think there are 2 or 3 seasons only, and it's not that old. It's probably 3 or 4 years old. So this follows the story of a group of tech guys that work in Silicon Valley, and they're trying to kind of launch a product and beat all of those big companies like Google, and it's really interesting. Again, it's very funny, it's completely humorous. This might be slightly more advanced because there are some technical terms related to technology and computers and all of that, but I also thought that it was very educational. There's a lot to learn about business in general, and how it works. So I thought this was interesting, but it is a second layer. It's not just the level of English. There's also that kind of thing, the knowledge about business that you can acquire. So that's why I didn't put it in the basic category, because there's more than just English to learn in that show. So yeah, big fan of Silicon Valley. If you can watch it, do it. You will like it, I think. I really enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay. So Koke, I see you're talking about subtitles. We will talk about subtitles at the end. There's 3 tips that I want to go over with you guys regarding subtitles. So yes, please keep that question. We will have a look at it in a few minutes. Okay? But that's a great question. And then let's move on to advanced shows. I feel that this is not super original, but Game of Thrones is definitely something that I would recommend at an advanced level. Even I sometimes struggle with Game of Thrones because there is such a huge mix of accents that it's difficult to follow along. And also because it's set in some kind of medieval world, the type of vocabulary is different. It's also more formal in a way. So this is definitely something for advanced students. Now, I've decided, I've watched a few episodes of the next one, which is Downton Abbey. I didn't persevere. I probably should have, because this is the type of TV show that I would like. I just got busy and I forgot to watch it. But I wanted to put it in the advanced category because it is 100% British. And what tends to happen is we watch American TV shows and then the British accent is something that we're not familiar with at all. And it becomes a lot more challenging to understand. So that's why I also wanted to put it there. And it's quite cool because you learn a lot about, how people used to live in England at that time. So I would definitely recommend it, guys. Okay, so now I see a few other things here. There's a YouTube channel which is called Silicon Valley Girl, which is great to learn English. Okay, fantastic. No, Khalid, all of those recommendations are actually American, except for the last one, Downton Abbey, which is British, but Game of Thrones, most of the actors are Brits, so a lot of British accents in there, absolutely. Yes, when I did the magazine, we did mention Prison Break. That was a great TV show as well. Oh, lolly, Father Ted from Ireland. I actually hate this TV show. Aaron keeps trying to make me watch it, but I just can't. I don't really like it. This, for me, is a great example of British humor that I just don't get. I don't get it. But if you like it, go for it. Absolutely, it's a great way to include listening in your daily routine. Absolutely. Doctor Who as well. My brother-in-law, he's about 12 years old, so he's a big fan of Doctor Who, and he tells me everything about it. Definitely a great show. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Sharif, he's not French. He's fresh. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Lolly, you watch Downton Abbey in French. What? You should be watching it in English, Lolly. You know that. You should watch it in English. Alright guys, so Malcolm in the Middle is another great show. I didn't think of that one. Very funny. Malcolm in the Middle. 100% agree, Sheriff. Okay guys, so now we're going to move on to something a little bit different. I have selected 4 very, very, very short clips, and each of those clips include a little expression or a little word, a little something vocabulary related for you to learn. So let's have a look at that. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope I don't get any problems with monetization and copyrights. So let's see. So the first little clip that we're going to look at is an extract of Stranger Things. And the word that we're looking for is, or the expression is, short for. Short for. So let's have a look at the clip first.
11. Okay. Well, my name's Mike, short for Michael. Maybe we can call you L, short for 11.
Okay, so my name is Mike, short for Michael. So we're going to use this little expression, short for, to give an abbreviation or a nickname. In this case, in the extract, it was for a nickname. Nickname Mike or L in this case, okay? All right. Khalid is saying, I think you have to love the story to be able to continue watching and learn through episodes. 100%. If you don't like it, you're not going to continue. You have to really find something that you enjoy reading, learning about, watching to continue. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. So, let's move on. Do you want to listen to it one more time? Let's listen to it one more time.
11. Okay. Well, my name's Mike, short for Michael. Maybe we can call you L, short for 11.
Alright, so do you guys have a nickname? Go ahead and write it down below. I don't really have one. Marine, you can't really make that any shorter. It's kind of... Marie? No, it just sounds weird. So if you do have a nickname, write it down below. Say Pepe, short for Jose. Write it that way, okay? Now, let's move on to the next one. The next one is an extract from Modern Family. Modern Family. And the expression that we're looking for is born ready. Born ready. Let's have a look at it. I'm writing the name of each TV show at the top here, Sheriff. So the previous one was Stranger Things on Netflix. And then...
Ready?
Are you?
Wrong one! I did it too quickly. This one is an extract of Modern Family, okay? And we're looking for the expression born ready. Let's see if you can understand it.
Ready?
Are you?
I was born ready. I came out of the womb wearing tiny little golden wings.
Okay, so Phil was born ready. What does that mean? I'll give you a bit of time for you guys to try and tell me the answer for this one. So, for example, Sharia or Sharofa, short for sheriff. Okay. So you don't have one, but in the past your mom and your uncle used to have 2 different names for you. Okay. So Bob, I think you mean the opposite. Bob, short for Boualem. Okay, Bob is shorter. So Bob short for the longer name. Okay, good. So Stuart, Andreas, sorry, was called Professor short for know-it-all. So Professor short for know-it-all. Okay, good. Alright, bye-bye, Koke. See you soon. Alright. Yes, came out of the womb ready. At least he said so. Yes, he did say that. Born ready, that he can actually go and do what he needs to quickly. Okay, very good. There's a little bit more to that than just being ready. Let's listen to it one more time.
Ready?
Are you?
I was born ready. I came out of the womb wearing tiny little
Go.
golden wings.
Okay, so you use born ready. Yes, it means that you're ready, but there's more to it. Like I said, it means that, so you use it when someone is very enthusiastic about doing something. In this case, if I remember correctly, the two characters, Claire and Phil, are basically competing against each other to prove who can run the fastest, the longest. So they're just about to start the competition, and she says, "Are you ready?" And to show that he's excited, and yeah, he is, he says, "I was born ready." Okay, so he was always ready for this competition. This is what it means, okay? All right. Yes, exactly, Andreas, that he can start straight away. Absolutely. Came out of the womb, that's just, he was just adding more. It just basically means that, you know, when do you come out of the womb? When you're born. So that's another way of saying I was born ready, okay? He came out of the womb, and then he said wearing gold strings or something. I think he probably refers to his shoes being perfectly ready for running, I think. Okay, tack. So let's move on to the next one. The next one is an extract from, oh, I didn't mention The Good Place. One of my favorite TV shows. The Good Place, an extract from The Good Place. This is also on Netflix, and I would recommend it at any level. Any level. Even basic students should be able to understand most of what's going on, I think. So I would definitely recommend it. So in this case, we are looking at a different expression, which is a rebound. A rebound. Okay, and then Fraz Isa is saying, "I was born ready." Good. So be careful, Sheriff. You will use this expression in past. Man City were born ready for to be champions. Okay. Lolly was born ready for my live streams. Okay, very good, perfect. So now let's focus on rebound. Okay, in this case, you're going to hear rebound boyfriend. Let's have a look.
Hi there.
Hello. Janet, who's that man?
This is my new rebound boyfriend, Derek. I made him.
Okay, so let me just give you a little bit of context here. She was in love, and that relationship, I don't want to spoil anything. Basically, there's a relationship problem. She's not with whoever she wants to be, so she's looking for a rebound guy or boyfriend or man. It could be a rebound girlfriend as well. It can be for both sex. It doesn't matter. But what do you think that means? A rebound boyfriend. What could that be? Oh, Andreas, it's not on Netflix in Germany. Crap. Yeah, that's the problem. Not all of the Netflix catalogs have the same shows, unfortunately. We have it in Spain. Sorry for you guys, you don't have it in Germany. So there's more than just new boyfriend here, Sheriff. It's not just any new boyfriend. There's more to it. So that's just because of the TV show. In general, you don't make a boyfriend. So yeah, a rebound boyfriend. A rebound boyfriend. Let me tell you what it is, guys, okay? It's a person you use to get over the person you just broke up with. They will never be enough, but they can be an okay distraction. So it's basically when you go out, when you date someone just as a way to get the other person, the person you still like, out of your head. Okay? When you end a relationship and you jump into another relationship, it's just some kind of surrogate. It's to replace what you've lost. That's what a rebound boyfriend or girlfriend is. Okay? Another boyfriend, yeah, okay. Begin again, yes, lolly, but again, there's this aspect that you're not over the previous one, and this one is just a way to not think about it, to replace that other person. And no, not for revenge. No, no, no. Yes, again, well, yeah, it's a new relationship, so you start again, but it's usually not very healthy, or it's a relationship that's not going to last very long, because like I said, it's a surrogate. It's just to replace another relationship. Okay? All right, let's move on to the next one. So now it's a little extract of Friends. So for our last extract, we are having a look at Friends. And the expression that we're looking at here is to get stood up. To get stood up. What could that mean? Let's have a look at the extract.
I know. A double-blind date and we both get stood up. What are the chances?
Oh, that was shorter than I remembered. Let me play it one more time.
I know. A double-blind date and we both get stood up. What are the chances?
Okay. All right, so why are Joey and Ross together in a restaurant saying that they've just been stood up? So they probably didn't go on a date with each other. They were probably waiting for two other ladies. They didn't show up, right? So that's what it is. Yep. Let's have a look. Okay, it is to have gone on a date and except you find that you've been left by yourself because your date never showed up. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic. It usually is romantic, but it doesn't have to be romantic. I'm supposed to meet up with my friend and she stands me up. She stands me up. I get stood up. Let's say it like that. I get stood up. It doesn't have to be romantic. Okay, guys? Let's see. You like this series, Halid? Okay, very good. Exactly, to get denied, the girls didn't show up. Alright. Exactly, Lolly. Poser un lapin. Yes, that's the French expression. To drop a bunny. That's what it is in French. Don't know why. Do you know why? Do you know the origin of it? I don't know. Alright, guys. So this was the last one. Let's have a quick little chat about subtitles. There's 3 things that I want to tell you first. So the first one is, I recommend that everything you watch, and that includes my videos, for example, specifically the older one. I don't think I put subtitles anymore. You should first watch without subtitles, because then you will fully focus on what you actually understand, what you hear and understand. And then I recommend that you watch a second time with subtitles, because this will allow you to see, okay, I did understand that, I didn't understand that. It's a way to check what you did understand or not. So that's the first thing that I would explain, I would focus on, guys, is always try to watch it twice, first without subtitles and then with subtitles. Good. Now, the second thing that I would recommend as well is when you do look or watch something with subtitles, maybe because you find it too difficult without subtitles, that's fine. But then I don't want you to just read the subtitles and that's it. When you hear something, I want you to compare it with what you actually read. Because very often what you hear and what they write is not exactly the same thing. It's sometimes slightly different because either it's too long or they were looking for an easier way to explain what the person was saying. So this is a great way for you to check what you actually hear, but it's also a great way to learn synonyms and alternatives, sentences that are very similar, not the same, but that explain or convey the same meaning. So that's another great exercise that I would recommend. Now, maybe not for a full movie, because you would get really tired. It requires energy, dedication, concentration. So for short episodes, like what we've mentioned before, for example, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is 20 minutes, that's perfect. You don't want to do more than that. Or with YouTube videos, that's also great. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Perfect, okay? But if you are maybe intermediate or lower, I wouldn't recommend doing that for a whole movie, okay? Then the next thing that I would recommend, and that's the last one, is if you want a little bit of extra practice, and it is to actually write subtitles on YouTube. You can contribute if the creator, I think I have it turned on, for example. You can contribute to the subtitles in whatever language you want. Of course, I would recommend doing it in English. So what you do is you watch the video, I can't remember where, but there's a little button somewhere where you can write subtitles, and you just write them, match it with what you hear, and that's it. So that's good practice, because that way you can put what you hear into words. And if you're more interested in writing in your own language, you can also write the translation. Now, I'm not a big fan of translation. That's not the best way to learn English, but this is definitely going to help other learners that are, for example, much lower, that have a much more basic level. It's a great way to also help them, and it's a way for you to listen to some English as well. Okay, so these are, I think, the 3 main things that I would recommend regarding subtitles. I would really like to know what you think about those. Obviously now you probably think they're good, but I want you to practice and apply those tips. And maybe tomorrow, the day after, in a week, come back and write in the comment section how that went for you. Did you practice writing subtitles, or did you practice looking for discrepancies between what you actually hear and what is written on the screen? I want you to actually apply that and tell me about it. Okay? Deal? Deal, Marine. Okay, good. All right. Let's see. What's my favorite character? In what TV show, Sheriff? Would you say it again in French? Yes, is poser un lapin. Poser un lapin. You were referring to stood up, right? To get stood up. Yes, poser un lapin. Yes, Khalid, that is something that tends to happen, and that's why I recommend that you watch it without subtitles first. When we have subtitles on, we tend to just read, and that becomes the main focus. And especially if you're doing it with subtitles in a different language. I've told you that story before, but I go to the cinema in Spain sometimes, and obviously I try to watch the movies in original version. But they are subtitled in Spanish in the movie theater. So automatically your eyes are drawn to the words. And I catch myself thinking about the movie while I watch the movie, and I'm thinking in Spanish because I'm processing all of the words written in Spanish. So this is what happens to you guys, and you don't want to think in your native language when you're doing something in English. You want that to be in English. So make sure that if you can, to put the subtitles in English. Okay, guys? All right. Well, I'm really glad you guys like those tips. And then Sherry said, my favorite character in Friends. I don't know. When I was younger, I wasn't a big fan of Friends. And then I started watching it a bit later on, but never following the story 100%. What I can tell you is I find Ross super annoying. He's always whining. I think Joey is really funny, and Phoebe is quite funny as well. Maybe those two. Okay. So how can we follow up with the Queen Minaj? Oh, okay, Eminem. Okay. Oh, this is more difficult because this is singing, this is rap. For example, I can't understand rap most of the time, whether it's in my own language, in French or in English, because it's just so fast and so many syllables are just eaten in there that I find it quite challenging. A good way to do it is probably to just follow the lyrics, to read and listen at the same time. Listen to the song and look at the lyrics themselves. And then you will be able to recognize some sounds and connect them with the words on paper. I would say that. Okay, so Sian is saying, sorry, but do you know any method to understand Sir David Attenborough? The ocean. It's really big, so it's really difficult to understand him. So it's your aim to understand him. I don't know who you're talking about, but I assume that he is British if he's a sir. So probably English or Scottish, or I don't know, but probably from the UK. My tip here is going to be get used to listening to different British accents from all over the UK. And again, if you can read and listen, associate the two at the same time, it will help. Now, you don't want to do that forever, but that might be a great way for you to get used to that person's particular accent. Okay? Alright guys, so I think that's about it for today. Let's move on to the bye-bye slide. So that was a little bit of slightly quicker, but not that much quicker. Okay. BBC. So is it the same guy? Yeah, okay. I see what you mean. It's the guy from Planet Earth. That that documentary. Beautiful documentaries. Absolutely beautiful. I think they are on Netflix, and I think you might be able to find them pretty much anywhere. I think you might even be able to find them on YouTube. Here to understand, again, subtitles in English, but the first time just listen without subtitles and then another time with subtitles. Definitely that's going to help, okay? Alright guys, so it's about time to go. But remember guys, you can become a patron. Just get me a little cup of coffee, a digital coffee, at www.coffee.com, and those are contributions that go towards improving the content. It pays for the software I'm using right now. It pays for the editing software that I use for my bigger videos as well. So if you're interested, please just click on the link below. It's in the description. You can just go ahead and even just have a look. Doesn't mean you have to do anything. At least you can go and have a look. Deal? Deal. Alright guys, so our next lesson will be live and it will be on Saturday. We are doing the listening practice, the Fable listening practice, and we have another wonderful teacher. We have a male teacher this time, and he is English from a place quite close to Cambridge. So if you're interested, guys, well, you should be interested in practicing listening. But we're also going to talk a little bit about exams, or at least this person works a lot on Cambridge exams, so it'll be a great way to introduce those very briefly. So if you're interested, please make sure you come on Saturday at 11 a.m. GMT +2. Okay? Yes. Sorry, I'm being weird. Okay, alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you coming back every single time. I hope you enjoy this lesson. If you want more lessons like this one with little clips, and I've done something similar with photos last time, that was really fun as well. And we did clips of people falling, just funny videos. So if you want another lesson like this one, please let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up, but also to subscribe to the channel and press the bell button. That way you turn on the notification and you get a little warning sign when I'm live or when I post another video. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the lesson, and of course, keep on learning. Bye! See you soon. Alright, where's the bye-bye slide? Bye-bye slide! Hey guys! So, you liked this video, you enjoyed it, and you want more? Don't worry, I have over 150 videos on my channel. There's one right here, and there's another one right here. And while you click on those little videos, guys, I'm going to dance for you.